What is going on with the market right now? Is the bull market over? These are the questions on everybody's mind. I'm going to take a look at the charts, the graphs, the fundamentals, and the emotions of what a bull run is and is not. What can history show us about past bull cycles? And are we looking at a history-breaking scenario? In this video, we're giving you a cycle update on the most insane bull market in the history of crypto. Let's get it. BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. We aren't 100% sure if we're going up or down at this point. But the great thing about Bybit is you can make money in either direction. Long Bitcoin or short Bitcoin on leverage based upon which direction you think the markets are heading to. You can still get access to the largest Bybit deposit bonus in history, $1,610. Don't miss the deal. Head on over to bitboycrypto.com/deals to sign up. But remember to be responsible with your trading and use proper risk management at all times. So let's go ahead and get into where we are in this market. Bullish or bearish? The current bull market started back in late 2020 when Bitcoin finally broke the $10,000 barrier. Rising above 10,000 took Bitcoin into the next level of publicity, with retail investors and corporations alike rushing to exchanges, leading to a backlog of KYC verification on Coinbase and Binance, for sometimes up to 3 weeks or a month. Robinhood and Cash App Bitcoin purchases took off, and transaction times for Bitcoin Ethereum really started to bottleneck. Gas fees on Ethereum shot up to new levels and have stayed up since September. Since then, we've seen parabolic gains for not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum, Monero, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, Polygon, and everyone's favorite meme coin, Dogecoin. So crypto had a run up. So what? Back in 2017, we had a run up with a similar amount of pitch, but the backside was also just as steep. 2017 bull run gave Bitcoin a strong support floor at $5,800 that wouldn't be broken for another 8 months. Compare this to what we've seen in the 2020 bull run, and you'll notice that while the rise has been similarly parabolic, there hasn't been a massive correction following the peak. We've been moving in what so far is a head and shoulders pattern that could break either way. That was until May 19th, when all the crypto markets corrected by over 40%, pulling everyone's portfolio into the ground. Support levels for all the major coins evaporated like they weren't even there. It was the biggest downward move in the history of crypto. More details on that deep dip here in a minute. So since the basic models don't seem to be telling us anything about where we're in the cycle, let's turn to the tried and true stock to flow chart. Bitcoin stock to flow has been a reliable source of bull and bear signals ever since Twitter user Plan B ported it over from commodities trading, which makes sense because Bitcoin has a fixed supply like gold and behaves in a similar deflationary manner. But Bitcoin, like other crypto assets, has an excellent granularity in how it is brought to the market or mined. Just go on any block explorer to see what the difficulty is per block, how many blocks are being mined, and what the hash rate is. Don't you just love decentralization? The transparency. The stock to flow for Bitcoin has accurately predicted almost every bear dip and bull peak up until now. A telling pattern to look at is how this bull run compares to the 2013 double hump bull run. Maybe we'll start calling it a camel run. Back in 2013, there was a parabolic run-up followed by a cute little baby bear market, followed with a rising wedge and ending in a bear market starting in the middle of 2014. That bear market lasted for 3 years until the next halving. Compare the first hump of 2013 to the hump we're seeing right now in 2021. It's very similar. Stock to flow appears to indicate that we're not done with our bull run, and we could see another run-up soon. But one thing to keep in mind is that the first top in 2013 was on the first hump. So did we hit the top? Well, let's look at another indicator that has been one of the favorite market indicators for the bears. It takes the 111-day EMA and the 350-day EMA and looks to see where they cross. When they've crossed, it's usually been within 3 days of the peak of the Bitcoin market for that cycle. For this cycle, you can see that the lines crossed on April 21st when we saw Bitcoin hit $63,445. But there's a noticeable difference. Usually at the top, the 111-day EMA jumps the 350-day EMA, at least for a few days, if not weeks, and then a bear market sets in. But so far, the 111-day EMA has stayed under the 350. They gently bounced off each other on April 21st, like bumper boats at Disney World. Does this mean we've hit the top? Or are we going to bounce back? Ben, I thought these graphs would make me feel better. It's funny you mentioned feelings because that's what's leading into my next revelation about the current bull run. Battle. Battle never changes. In this bull run, we're seeing explosions of FUD going off left and right in what appears to be a coordinated plan to manipulate the market. Not just to shake off retail investors with weak hands, but the whales themselves are battling one another. They know crypto is the future of finance, and they want as much of the pie as they can gobble up. What tipped me off to this were two YouTubers, Crypto Savvy and Uncomplication, and they both started seeing eerie similarities to the trajectory of Bitcoin's price and that of a 100-year-old price manipulation strategy called a Wyckoff distribution event. This strategy was discovered by Richard Wyckoff, a pioneer of trading stocks and finance, and much of his work is what day traders and investors use to this very day.
Okay, great history lesson, Ben. What does this have to do with these 30% corrections?
Well, I'll tell you, I like to talk. Wyckoff tracked the best methods of accumulation during a bull run and charted it out. One of those methods lines up nearly perfectly with what has happened to crypto markets during this bull run. It's textbook market manipulation. Whales taking huge profits to cause many panics, to shake out competitors, to then make big buys, and then take profits again, and on until the bulls are no longer on parade and the bears take over. To look for more solid evidence of a restart to the bull market, look no further than Market Cipher. We got a green dot on the daily chart, September of 2020. And from there, the market rose by a staggering 500%, pushing Bitcoin and Ethereum to new all-time highs of $64,804 for Bitcoin, $4,356 for Ethereum. And what just happened today on the Market Cipher daily chart? Well, so far it's unconfirmed, but we're seeing another large green dot. That could set us up for another parabolic rise. If Bitcoin and Ethereum jump by another 500% like the last time, we could be looking at a Bitcoin of over $300,000 and a $25,000 Ethereum. Both of those numbers were the top side of my original prediction for this bull market. Now, don't misunderstand. This bull market is not tracking like previous ones. And I, the BitBoy, cannot in good conscience tell you that it's going to be bull times for sure. There's so much volatility, and I go off of historical data. So far, the historical data is still holding, but that could quickly change. If we crash after this green dot, it's most likely bear time. Let me repeat that. If we see another crash like what happened on May 19th, this bull market is most likely over and the bears are on parade. Don't turn your back on these charts. Make sure to stay on your toes. I am. We've got big players, whales battling, and quite possibly sovereign money getting into crypto on this bull run. So these next few days are a critical inflection point that could mean the difference between eating huddle noodles for a while or that the moon is back into view, massive gains are just about to pop off. Where do you think we're going? Let us know down below in the comments, and after that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and heck, like the video while you're at it. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.